Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode from the RambleCraft server. Thank you for joining me and thank you for all the support on the last episode, really do appreciate it. Okay, so I haven't done that much between episodes, but there's a couple of things I did want to talk about. So firstly, let's do a gear review. So last time I told you I got some swords and I was going to have a go at enchanting those because I only had, Unbreaking 3 and Sweeping Edge 3. So this is what we've got now. Much better. Got Sweeping Edge 3, Knockback 2, Looting 2, which isn't great. I need to get that up to Looting 3 at some point, but then everything else is perfect. Sharpness 5, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. So I just need to get Looting 3 on that, and we'll have my perfect sword. I don't want Fire Aspect, that just causes more problems. I won't be getting that, but I will be upgrading this to Looting 3 as soon as I can. And the other things, I put Mending on all of my armour, which I didn't have. I need to get Aqua Affinity on my helmet, but I do have a villager that trades that book, so I can get that pretty soon. I only had Protection 3 on my leggings, so that's upgraded now. And then I still need to get Feather Falling. I had so much trouble. I was trying to get Feather Falling for ages, but didn't happen. But these are alright for now. And the only thing the other thing I sorted out, my axe, I changed this for a Silk Touch. I definitely prefer Silk Touch on an axe. You get a few leaves every now and then, but it's mainly for when you're harvesting melons. You get the full melon rather than it breaking into a few. So much more efficient doing it that way. And then the only other thing I need to sort is this shovel, because that's rubbish. But we'll get that sorted at some point. I think I need to do that today, because I need to go get a load of sand, but we'll get to that. And the other thing I got sorted was I fixed this farm. I know last time it looked like it was working pretty well, and it was. But the thing that wasn't happening was this. So when they go to the villages, the golem is supposed to spawn instantly, and then when it goes to the next one, spawn instantly, and he keeps going around. But what was happening was the golems were only spawning every other time that the zombie passed by, and I did eventually figure out the reason for that. So as I understand how the golem spawning mechanics work is when the villagers are scared, if they haven't seen a golem for 30 seconds and there isn't a golem within 16 blocks of them, and that can be in any direction, then they will spawn another golem. But the way I had this killing area set up, they were only dropping down 10 blocks. So I think there's another 3 blocks there. So they were dropping 13 blocks away, which isn't far off, but it wasn't enough. So what was happening was the 30-second cooldown didn't start until that golem was dead. And they do take a while to die because the tough cookies, these golems. So what I've done, let's go have a look. And I've also employed some ladder technology now rather than stairs. So this was my original killing area, and this wasn't far enough away. So what I've done, I've gone down another 10 blocks. So just down here, I've dug out this area. It looks much nicer than the other one did. All the iron is coming down here, and I've still got them going into separate chests. But because I fixed this, I added a second chest, because this is now effectively twice as good as it was in the last episode. So I'm getting a ton of iron. So I do have a shulker box upstairs that I've already made some cells from, but we'll get to that in a minute. And I also... No. I was really scared then. I moved all my iron blocks out of there. They're not in there anymore. Right, so I've moved it all up here, just next to where this is. So I've got a full shulker box here. I've got a full double chest here. And a bit more in there. So, and then I also have another shulker box that's almost full, but I made a few cells out of that. Because as soon as my episode went out last time, I had a few messages from people on the server saying they wanted to buy some iron blocks. So Dev bought 3 stacks from me. And initially, for the people who were buying it before I've even opened a shop, I only charged them 3 diamonds for a stack of blocks, which is crazy cheap. So I probably will be increasing that. And then I also sold another stack to Binary as well. This is good. I've made 12 diamonds before I've even opened a shop. But the plan for today is to get a shop built and get this going properly. And hopefully the diamonds should start coming in very, very quickly. And I am definitely going to increase my prices as well. Three diamonds for a stack, that's not enough. Okay, so one other little thing that I did, I've changed this area a bit. I've done a little bit of texture variation in here because this was just all cobblestone and it was hurting my eyes, to be honest. So there's a bit of stone and andesite mixed in now just to make it look nice and rough. And then there was also a staircase going down here to the lower level, but I've changed that out now. I've extended this ladder that went down to my mine, and this now goes up into my house, and this goes all the way down to bedrock, and I have quite a few layers in between. So let's have a quick look at those. The first one down, this is where the villagers are, which they will be moving. They'll definitely be moving. And then this next one is what I'm thinking is going to be the main level for this base. So there's going to be a walkway all the way around here, but then I'm thinking there's going to be one at this height as well, where you can kind of look down into the farms. So a lot of my farms are going to be at this level, but then I think I'll have like a viewing area at this height where I am now. That could be pretty cool. I've still got the village reader in here, and I'd like to keep this in this area as well, because it is quite central to the function of all of the base. There's going to be a lot of farms that are based around villages. It's not just the iron farm. I'm going to need the breeder obviously to populate my trading hall, but then I want the automated crop farms as well, which we're going to use villagers for. So villagers are very important in this base, and I don't want to hide them away. So I'll probably replace all this smooth stone with glass so we can see what's going on in there, and they'll have just a wave walking around it. And then this iron farm is actually pretty much the dead center of the island that I'm on, and where we are now, we're at level 56. So if I was to go this way, eventually I'd end up in the sea, so we can't really go out that way. And what I want to do anyway is try and keep this whole base that I'm building on the ground actually under the island as well, so I'm not just spreading out in random directions. So I do have a lot of planning. I need to figure out where all my other farms are going to go, where all the tunnels and the walkways and everything else is going to happen. Some of them have to be in certain places, like for example the slime farm has to be in a slime chunk, and I know there is one pretty much where I'm standing now, but then there is one a couple more chunks that way, so that will be the one that I'm going to use. But we're not going to be doing any of that today, I don't think, because I have a few other things I want to do. The main project for today is to get a shop built in the shopping district. No prices for guessing, I'm going to be selling iron. But before we get to that, I have a few things missing. I've skipped out on some of the progression, and I need to sort that out right now, because I don't have an ender chest, and I don't have any potions. I always have a fire resistance potion on my hotbar at all times. Call it noob juice, call it whatever you want, but I always keep it there. And I'm going to sort that right now. We're going to go to the nether, I'm going to find a nether fortress, and we're going to try and get some blaze rods. Right. So we've made our way to another fortress. Let's see if we can find some blazes. I don't need many, just enough so I can get some potions and a few ender chests, and I'll be happy. Right, there's some blaze. Let's do this trick. Looting sword in one hand, bow in the other. There we go. Blazer on the floor. Nice. Don't shoot me. Don't want to be on fire, thank you. And there we go. Look at that. So now we've got 5 and 8. That's not bad. I can live with that. I need to find some nether wart. Right, let's do that. Well, can't complain about that. I wasn't looking with the skeleton skulls, but I'm not going to say no to that. And that's the second one. Oh my god. I might have a beacon in this episode. All I'm trying to do is find some nether wart. Right, didn't have any luck in that nether fortress. Well, that was scary. All I was trying to say was, I didn't find any nether wart, and this guy attacks me. Right, I'm gonna be careful. Right, I've got the coordinates of another fortress, so I'm gonna go try and get across there and see if I can find any nether wart there. Right, so it's quite far away, this thing, but I found this cobblestone randomly in the nether, so I'm assuming this goes somewhere near. And there it is. Found another fortress. Right, let's have a look in this one and see if we can find something. This one, not doing too well either. Well, I found the staircase I was looking for, but unfortunately someone has beat me to it, and this has all been raided. Right, hopefully I can find another one though. It looks like someone's really been taking out all of this fortress. Might have to go to one that's even further away. Oh, this looks promising. Yep. Finally found some nether wart. Oh, there we go. That was a long time coming. Alright, I think I've got enough soul sand, but I'll take it. You know what? I'm gonna be a good Samaritan. I'm gonna replant some there. Right, so I think I've got everything I need now. I've got the blaze rods, and I've got the nether wart, and I managed to get 2 with the skeleton skulls randomly. So, do we dare fly back? Is that a good idea? I really don't think it is, but let's give it a go anyway. Oh, there is some netherrack here. That's a very precarious bridge, whoever built this. Right, I think I'm just going to follow this and we'll get back home and get some stuff done. Okay, so we made it back home, and the first thing I want to do is craft up an ender chest. Now, unfortunately, I only have the one ender pearl, which is quite laughable because we do have an enderman farm on the server, but I haven't been to it yet. So let's just craft up the one for now, and then we'll have to take a trip to the enderman farm at some point, and we'll grab ourselves a few ender pearls and get some more crafted up. Right, okay, that's the first job. Next, I want to do a bit of brewing, so let's go for 3 brewing stands. Stick those down here. Actually, before we do that, let's do some of this. Plant some nether wart just so we don't use it all. And let's put some trapdoors in front of that to make it look pretty. Nice. Interior decorating. Love it. We'll put that in there, and then we can fill up our glass balls. Unfortunately, I did only get the 1 magma cream, so I'm not going to have tons for now, but 1 is better than nothing. Well, 3 is better than nothing. Fire resistance. Yes! Finally. Right, so I've just paid a visit to my villagers, and I've bought 2 more diamond shovels, because what I need to do now is go get some sand. But before I do that, I want to get these enchanted properly, so I'll take the enchantments off these, and then go enchant them. Well, that's not the greatest set of enchantments, but if I combine these two, it's something decent anyway. And then I have some more mending books, so I'll get all these combined, and we'll go try and find some sand. Right, so I've got that shovel sorted, and I found a desert, and it doesn't look like it's somewhere that anyone would ever want to build, because it's very, very strange. But I was going to grab some of this. I didn't bring a shulker box, because I don't need that much. And I don't think I've actually mentioned why I'm getting this sand. It's because one of the main blocks I'm going to be using in this shop build from Iron Shop is going to be concrete. So I've got a fair bit of gravel from doing some mining, so I just need to get an equivalent amount of sand, and then we can get that crafted up. So I'll just grab a little bit of this, and we'll get back and get on with this shop. Okay, so that's my inventory pretty much full, so that is definitely going to be more than enough for what I need. So let's get back home. Okay, so the first thing I need to get is some red concrete. And luckily, I've got a fair few poppies. So let's take a few of these. Now, unfortunately, I don't yet have an automated way of converting this concrete powder. So I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Which is simply, what I like to do is place this in my offhand, hang over an infinite water source like this, and then hold down right and left click. And then I'll just repeat this until it's all been turned into concrete. Right, I think I've had enough of that now. I've done 12 stacks of red concrete, and that should be way more than enough. Okay, so the next thing I need is quartz. I don't have tons of quartz, as you can see, because I need to get a few blocks. But thankfully, I do have a couple of masons, and these sell blocks of quartz. So it's 1 to 1, so if I want a stack of quartz, it's going to cost me a stack of emeralds, which is pretty pricey. Can I get told that time? I forgot about that. Right, this could take a while. Luckily, I have 2 of them. So I think I'm going to grind away at these for a little bit, and then we should have everything we need to get this shop built. Right, so after all that, I think I've got everything I need to build this shop. There's not tons of quartz, but hopefully this should be enough, and I'll use a stone cutter as well to craft some stairs. So that should save a little bit there, and plenty of red concrete, bit of smooth stone, that's just for the roof, a little bit of glass, and then I also needed 4 buckets of lava as well, and I also need a little bit of iron, so I think I've got that. Right, I think it's time to pack up and get over to the shopping district and see if we can figure out where we're going to build this thing. Okay, so first things first, I need to put my diamond block on this pile, and let's go to the top. Right, let's go pick a plot. Over here, very quiet, I might as well start this off. So I think what I'll do is, I don't want to be terraforming all this bit, so I think I'll start this area off at the back, and I'm going to take this one right here. So I think what I should do first is mark this out, and yeah, I think that should say this is going to be an iron shop, don't you? But the problem is, I definitely don't have enough quartz, so I think another trip to the nether is in order. need to go stock up. Okay, so after that little mining session, I managed to get 6.5 stacks of nether quartz ore. So let's grab my fortune pick and get this broken down. Okay, so those 6.5 stacks became start 9, 10, 11, 11 bit, just over 11 stacks. Now, unfortunately, I've only got a fortune 2 pick, so that could have been better, but I think they should do me. So how many blocks do we get from that? Okay, so that's nearly another 3 stacks. And on top of what I've already got, that's pretty good. I think that should be enough. If it's not, then I probably should change my design, shouldn't I? Because this is ridiculous. Right, I think it's time, firstly, to have a sleep, and then I'm going to get on with building this shop. Right, so just after that, I accidentally broke my ender chest because I was using my fortune pick and completely forgot to switch to my silk touch. And the only ender pearl I had was in my ender chest, so I couldn't make another one. And there's some stuff in there that I need. So I forced myself to go find the end portal, and I've been to Bubba's Enderman farm, got a few ender pearls, and now I have another ender chest. Right, definitely going to get on with it now. So finally, let's jump into a time lapse and get this shop built. Okay, so that is our first shop build all done, and a few little tweaks to make, but as far as the main build goes, this is it, and I'm very happy with this. Got the lava going in the corners to make it look a little bit more scary. I'm not entirely sold on the iron bars, but I accidentally made about 8 stacks of them, so I've used them everywhere. I was going to put glass in these side ones and leave these iron bars, but I think it looks alright. Right, so the iron blocks are on the outside. I am going to get rid of these and I'll terraform it to however we're going to do it in this area, but I don't know what's going on yet. This is fully stocked now, so let's have a look. Oh, I've got 2 columns of ingots, and then I've got 1 column of blocks as well. So the ingots, we're selling 1 diamond for 2 stacks, which I think is pretty decent price, and then the blocks, we're doing 4 diamonds for 1 stack. So that makes sense. Oh, I've actually made sales as well. I didn't know that. I checked this not so long ago. Yeah, anyway. So that means if you're going to buy ingots for 4 diamonds, you'd get 8 stacks. So if you're going to spend that much, might as well buy the blocks, and then you get 1 stack free, because that's the equivalent of 9 stacks of ingots. So I did build this quite a while ago, actually, in real world time, and I've put a message in our Discord, and obviously someone's got the message and come across and bought them already. So making sales. Brilliant. So while we're over here in the shopping district, I just thought I'd show you a couple of other things, because last time I did a little tour of this, there was a few videos that hadn't been released yet, and I didn't want to spoil anything. So I'll do it in the order that I saw everything. So I think we're actually going in reverse order here. So this first one, that I missed out, and it paid me to do this because I love this build. This is Hocus's Caravan, and this is such a great build. I love this thing. So in here, he's selling all kinds of stuff. Mending books. He's also selling unbreaking books, and just loads of random blocks, and he's obviously doing very well. I think he's selling andesite and gravel. Yeah, just an assorted shop, and really, really cool. And then down here, huddling next to his first shop here, has built another one, and he's already got a guardian farm, and he's selling the usual suspects in here. So you've got the prismarine bricks, the sea lanterns, and the standard prismarine. Now I think I'm going to buy some of these because I definitely want some for my underground base. So let's just grab our diamonds out, and we'll do a little bit of shopping while we're here. So should we get 2 stacks of these? That's right, innit? Want that? Yeah. Alright, so I've got half stack sea lanterns. That should do now for some testing. And then the last one. This is Byron Vigilante's fishing shop. Although I think that's not the name. Fish and Goodies is the official name. Right there. And he has actually built an AFK fishing farm, and he's selling the usual stuff from that. So I may actually buy those puffer fish. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Why not? Let's keep the economy going. Thank you very much. I think that is everything I missed out last time. But while I'm here, and I've just illustrated the reason why I need to do this right now. I use rockets far too much. But Kieran Dev have actually reduced the prices now. So it is now only 1 diamond for a stack, whereas before it was for half stack. So let's buy 3 stacks of those. And that should do us for a little bit. I'll try not to use them too much. So let's walk. Let's walk across here. I have reserved a witch farm for myself, but I haven't got it up and running yet. So that's why I'm buying these. So I think I've done good today. We've managed to get our first shop built, along with making some progress in the nether. We've got our first 2 wither skeleton skulls, got the ender chest going, got potions going. So yeah, very good. Very pleased with this again. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.